Okay, the intent of this special council meeting is to review basically and award the bid for the liner replacement on the A.M. Risher pool. I think the council is familiar with the three bids that were submitted. The lowest and after the meeting last Tuesday, the recommendation from that was to award the bid to Renesas in the amount of $153,805 with an estimated start date of mid-July. So that said, I'd like to have a motion to award the contract to Renesas Corporation.
I make that motion.
I'll second it.
Motion's been made and seconded to award to Renesas Corporation for the replacement of the liner in the amount of $153,805. Any discussion? Call for vote.
Les Newman,
Yes.
Ed Singleton,
Yes.
Linda Bedwell.
Yes.
All right. Okay, I think as a matter of update, I think at this point, there's still another option of electrical bids. One will be here tomorrow to look at the bathhouse and look at the estimate and get an estimate. Another one will be here on Monday to get a third electrical bid on the operation, and the possibility of another corporation looking at maybe patching the liner. Right now, I'm pretty sure that the pool will not be open Memorial Day as planned. Don't have a scheduled start date, and it's probably a heavy possibility that the pool will not open this year to look at fixing what needs to be done after we get the information from the electrical bids and the possible patching and evaluation. A decision at that point will be made and recommended later.
I thought the pool was too bad of a shape to patch that liner.
Well, we have a company that is affiliated with Renaissance. We have a member of our A.M. Risher revitalization program, Jake Thatcher, and he's been in contact with them. They're going to try to come in and patch it and get us through till August, probably when school starts again. They seem to think maybe they could patch it, and if they could, it would be maybe, I'm speaking out of term, 2 or 3 day job. Potentially. We're waiting on a price to see about it. And then we're going to
More of a repair than a patch.
yes, more of a repair than not the patches that I helped with. But anyway, more of a repair to get it open for this season, at least so the swim team can have their swim meets and water aerobic ladies.
I think the pool board needs to contact the potential employees or staff and let them know that will not be available or open by Memorial Day for sure.
I think Claudia and I had discussed, I think we was going to let Cassie handle that since she's our HR person.
I know she has spoke with the managers.
Okay.
I thought at this point in time, that's all we were going to do until we got more information.
And I think that's adequate.
Okay.
Yes.
Has the swim team made any type of alternative if it doesn't get open, like using the Bloomfield pool to practice and have just nothing but away meets?
Not that I know of. Not that I know of. And to speak to that, the first swim meet at Linton is June 21st, I do believe. And to give you more information about the patching of the liner. So before, it was kind of local city workers and I think pool board members that would patch the liner. This company, which is affiliated with Renaissance, I believe they would be cutting out and kind of welding in patches that should hold up, as well as tucking and pinning some of the loose spots in the liner so that it sits flush against the basin of the pool, if I understand correctly. And so, and before, it was patched kind of just unprofessionally, but to the best ability of those working on it. But Renaissance is able to potentially patch it in a matter of a couple days. I think they're supposed to be out within the next week to take a look at it and let us know if that's feasible. If that can be done, then the next issue is electrical. And it's a question of if the electrical all needs to be done at once, or if that's something that can be parsed out, in different jobs, or how that works, and I think that's what they're getting additional bids on.
My understanding that the county and the state was notified, is that gonna make a difference?
They were
That's
not
incorrect. They
notified.
were not
They were
notified.
okay. Like there's something else I wanted to say. Oh, the boards. They're just gonna take them down, leave them down for the summer, or?
The high dive would be until we have we're working on getting bids for the handrails on the high dive and getting those fixed. And again, that's a project that can be done pretty quickly once an individual is selected. The boards, we applied for the Greene County Foundation grant to replace the boards. But ultimately, the small dive and the medium dive, I believe we could sand and put grip tape on those boards until new boards can come in. Those ones aren't unsafe like the high dive with the handrails. And as soon as we can get the handrails up on the high dive, it'll be fine as well. So we're working on that as well behind the scenes. And we also have a concrete repair bid from Whitfield Construction that bid that project, and it can do that in a matter of 2 to 3 days and is ready to go as soon as we get the green light. So from our perspective, even if we went with the bid that's currently been submitted to the city on the electrical, this all could be done by mid-June in time for swim team to have their first swim meet. So to me, I don't think closing for the season is really even necessary. I think it could easily be a delayed season.
Just have to see.
And fill the pool twice, right? The electrical, if we have to do grounding, and that's an unknown from what we know is the electrical side of things, if they have to do grounding with the ladders, there may have to be cuts in the concrete.
And if you need our group to pay for the water bill a second time, we'd be more than happy to do that if that's a concern of the city.
It's one of the variables.
Again, we'll pay for it gladly and happily.
We just have to wait and see how things go.
Well, I'd like to thank council and the mayor and Claudia and you guys out there. We've all we've worked our tails off, and there is not a day goes by that somebody's not working on something. And I greatly appreciate all you guys' efforts, and we'll get with the kids and see what we can get worked out, the workers, but Cassie's gonna kind of handle that, and maybe we can get them out there, do some work out there a couple days, and some cleanup and stuff, and we'll see about that. So we still want to get that little room cleaned out to have the outside concession. The kids can help us do that. There's a little room, it could be painted. A couple kids could get it painted in a half a day and give them something to do. And we may even use them on, like, if you want to come, you'll get paid, but it's kind of a volunteer, but if they want to come and work, they can. They will get paid, but it's not going to decide whether they have a job there this summer or not. So, and I would like to agree with Ashley that we're going to do everything we can to try to get that pool opened, and we'll get the water paid for if it has to be drained and refilled again.
Which I would note for the record, it actually wouldn't be like filling it twice, because the contractors for the pool liners say that pool should never be drained anyways. And so right now the pool's drained, so you're gonna have to fill it for this season. But basically the pool's been drained every year, so it'd be filled this season and drained and then refilled the next season. So by doing it, filling it this season, draining it for the replacement of the liner and filling it again, that's what the city's been doing about the last 5 years. So ultimately now the recommendation is to keep the water in and never drain it. So ultimately, it's the same thing we've been doing every year.
Yeah.
We'll just do it twice in this year rather than a
Next
year
year.
apart.
Yeah.
Are you part of the swim team too?
I'm not.
No one from the swim team's here
Not
tonight.
I think I was them, I'd have a backup plan just in case. Like I'd touch bases with Bloomfield or somebody just to have a backup plan.
I think
Not
someone,
knowing.
sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. I think someone talked to them about already talking to, their meet competitors and seeing if they would be the home base for their swim meets. As far as practicing goes, I don't know if they've worked that out yet, but I think there's a plan that if, for example, it's supposed to be a Linton meet, they're just gonna have it at the
Right,
team's
yeah.
facility.
Right. Yeah, they may have to have away meets when it's supposed to be a home meet. Go to the,
Les, on our revitalization group, we've got 2 very active members that are also very active in the swim team. So we'll get that information out to them so they'll know what's going on. I do know I had a call a day or 2 ago from the manager at the Bloomfield pool that they've got a couple kids that need certified for their lifeguarding, which our pool board member has got that all lined up and is going to use the Bloomfield pool to get that done, I believe. So,
well, we need somebody to sign off on this if we patch it and make sure it's safe
I would assume.
as far as insurance, that type of thing goes, or
I would think so.
since there's a lot of work that needs to be done down there. That should be the first thing, safety first.
yeah, I think we'll
Are you
have
talking
a,
about the electrical?
Electrical, the pool, everything, I mean. We
Yeah.
don't want anybody getting hurt down there and then come back on us.
Yep.
I'm sure when the, I don't know if you call them the Diamond Electric people or AJ Poe, but I'm sure, I know when we got your bids for your liners, they're all bonded and certified and up to the hill, and I'm absolutely sure that the electric companies will be too, so.
Well, I'm talking about the patching and everything.
Oh, well, yeah.
Everything.
The patching will be
It's
too.
through Renaissance, the same.
It's through the company that,
So they're,
Yeah, this one. here.
yeah,
so they're still, we don't know
Yeah.
if it can be
They gotta come.
repaired. They're gonna have to come next week and see if
Yeah,
it's feasible or not.
yeah,
It may not be, it
right.
might be.
See what
It's
kind of work
basically-
she's done
It's basically putting a Band-Aid on.
and, right. See what kind of work you did, huh?
I didn't do good work that but I wanna tell you, I can do a commercial for Flex Steel.
At least you did it.
At least it held, yeah, for a little while.
Have a motion to adjourn?
I'll make that motion. Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
I'll second it.
A motion been made and seconded to adjourn. Any discussion? Call for vote.
Ed,
Yes.
Linda,
Yes.
Les.
Yes.